Hello everybody. First off, I would like to share a video with you guys using on social media, so give me 1 second while I pull this up.
I have 422 friends, yet I'm lonely. I speak to all of them every day, yet none of them really know me. The problem I have sits in the spaces between looking into their eyes or at a name on a screen. I took a step back and opened my eyes. I looked around and realised that this media we call social is anything but. When we open our computers and it's our doors we shut. All this technology we have, it's just an illusion. Community, companionship, a sense of inclusion. Yet when you step away from this device of delusion, you awaken to see a world of confusion. A world where we're slaves to the technology we mastered, where information gets sold by some rich, greedy bastard. A world of self-interest, self-image, self-promotion, where we all share our best bits but leave out the emotion. We're at our most happy with an experience we share. But is it the same if no one is there?
Now I'm sure you're wondering why I chose to use this video. And there's some random reason. One is shows other negatives on social media. Talk about depression and how we feel the need to post every little thing to show people that we're actually doing it. So now, how many of you have at least one social media account? Chances are that most of you have at least one and go on really well to admit. A study has shown that at least 70% of people, of adults, go on Facebook at least once daily, and out of that, more than half of that go on multiple times a day. With that being said, I'm addressing my proposal to the Parenting Village of Rochester. The Parenting Village is a support group for parents in Rochester dealing with child development, and family relationships. Parents are encouraged to participate in all the activities because it benefits them, and it's no judgment whatsoever, no matter what. The current president is Emily Horowitz. She is a licensed mental health counselor. She knows a lot about kids and child development. It's a great help to parents. Looking through the class, I could not find a class dealing with social media, and I find this a major issue in today's society. Social media is such a big part of what we do today. Potential dangers associated with social media include peer pressure, cyberbullying, unwanted attention, and potential harmful information being shared. Peer pressure is a major issue. So everyone that uses social media is susceptible to peer pressure, no matter what. Whether it's like someone's friend saying, "Oh, you should do this," or somebody, "Oh, you should be doing, go out tonight," and all that. And we don't understand that the effects that it's gonna have on kids. And they can also do various consequences for all parties involved. I mean, for both at home, school, and even at work. So we're all trying to fit it in to be cool and be accepted by society. Cyberbullying is also a major issue. It goes hand in hand with peer pressure because usually when you're peer pressured, you're bullied into doing it. Chances are someone making you, "Oh, you should do this for your baby, you should do this because no one's gonna like you," or something like that. And this is also not right at all, and kids are susceptible to this every time they go on social media. And this also has various consequences for all parties involved. It could, for the person being bullied, they could to depression, anxiety, and other symptoms like that. They could have a negative effect on the rest of their life, which is never good. Now, unwanted attention is also a major issue. 70% of teens say they've been contacted online by someone they didn't know in a way that made them feel scared or uncomfortable. This is just disgusting and not allowed. Shouldn't be allowed. Social media makes it easy to meet people and to be viewed as good or bad, but in my opinion, it is definitely a way of positives because it makes it easy for pedophiles and perverts to meet potential victims. They can pose as teenagers and actually talk to actual teenagers. And who knows where that could lead to? You definitely don't want a situation like that. Now, potential harmful information being posted is also a major issue. It's so easy nowadays to post a status or a tweet. All you have to do is hit send, and it's done. You don't think about it after that. I mean, we don't understand the effects that posting can have on us. You cannot control who sees this post. A potential job employer can see it, a high school administrator can see it, college representative can see it, and who knows, and your opinions can change. I mean, you don't want to lose a scholarship based on a stupid tweet you had one night, which doesn't make any sense, and it's just stupid. Now, my proposed solution is creating a social media class at the Parenting Village. This would deal with all the negatives, how to deal with kids using social media, and stuff like that. I would also hire a pediatrician because they know firsthand all the dangers associated with social media that can have with teenagers. And the pediatrician would work hand in hand with an on-site psychologist that pretty much already has. They would deal with new lesson plans, how they want to meet with parents, what they want to talk about, and stuff like that. And I also propose solutions that include monitoring and acting age limits, media-free zones, and education. Now, monitoring is very effective. Because you control what your child is sharing, who they're sharing it with. You can say, okay, you probably shouldn't share this, you probably shouldn't do this, but you could share that because it's not going to be a negative effect on you. You can also see who your child is talking to. You can make sure it's no one questionable intentions. You can limit, you don't block people that are having bad intentions. You can defriend them or unfollow them or stuff like that. Then you can also see if your child is being mistreated or bullied. By doing this, you could take the necessary steps to deal with it. So you talk to the parents of the bully. You can talk to the high school or the school or whatever, or stuff like that. Now, another effective solution is enacting age limits. There's no need for a child under 13 years old to be using a social media account. It just doesn't make any sense. Now, COPPA is for a Child Online Privacy Protection Act. It states that minimally you should sign up for a social media account when 13 years old. This is a step in the direction, but it's still up to the parents to make sure that the kids aren't lying about how old they are, because there's no verification in these sites. You could put, you could fake your birthday, and they wouldn't know, and you on a social media site, what are the dangers associated with it. Now, media-free zones are also very effective. I've been, I used media-free zones on me, my brother, and my sister, and I thought it was very effective. She would enact it during dinner times, and we talk about our day, talk about what we're doing, and stuff like that. And the parents can enact for whenever they want, however long they want, and then it actually leads to a better relationship with the kids and more family time, and also lowers the risk of any dangers associated with social media because they're talking to you and not on the social media site. Now, education is also key in this. Education is key no matter what, for anything you're dealing with life. By teaching your kids all the risks associated with social media, they can understand what's good and what's bad, what they should and shouldn't post, and information like that. By doing that, you can limit any potential harmful information being shared with people that could lead to consequences that obviously no one wants nowadays, because social media is seen by pretty much everybody, no matter what. Now, by June 30th, I believe that you could interview and hire a part-time pediatrician. By July 17th, you can meet with a hired pediatrician and they will be meeting with the on-site psychologist, dealing with educational plans and what they're going to do and the discussion points and stuff like that. Then my first bi-weekly class would begin on July 18th. That would be about an hour long. They would tell parents about social media, how to use it, how to make sure your kids not doing anything inappropriate on social media, and how to check on their kids on social media. Now, my budget would be about $300 per year for miscellaneous expenses. This includes electricity, food at the meetings. Now, staffing, like I said, I would hire a pediatrician. That would cost a little less than $500,000 a year, which is about $200 per visit. I would also hire 2 teenagers that are tech savvy. They can help the parents navigate social media. They have no experience in it whatsoever. This would be very useful, I believe. That would be $25 per visit. And then technology, I would also, buy 5 new computers. Parents that don't have computers, so they could use it in class. This would be about $1,500. But it would be a one-time cost. So after the first year it's done, you don't pay for it. It's all paid off. Now, why the class needs to be added to the parenting village? Well, you have a better understanding of your child. He knows what he's doing, what he's into, who he's talking to. Make sure he's not in trouble. Make sure he's not, doing anything that had a negative consequence in his life, which is obviously one of the parents' biggest scares. You don't want your kid doing something bad that could affect them. I guess the education though is key. You can teach your kid what to post and what they shouldn't post. And they can teach your kids for the next generation, okay, what to post, what not to post. So it's like a domino effect. So they're more they're more educated on how to use social media, and from generation will also be because of that. And it would also be easy to enact the parenting village. They would already have the space to do it. It wouldn't be that costly. and the benefits definitely outweigh the costs. And that's why I think it should be enacted in the parenting village.